Using Morphe's 18F palette, watch me create this look.
I marvel in your eyes, swimming in your sky. I've never been this high or this high. You feel like kryptonite, sparks fly like dynamite, reflecting in your light, beaming bright. You know I'm so much so.
I'm starting off with the color Smirk in the Morphe 18F Talkin FLIRTY palette. I'm using it as my transition color. So I'm putting Smirk in my crease area. I'm using a fluffy blending brush. And before that, I prep my eyes, guys. I prep my eyes using, what did I use? I think I used my go-to. Did I use my go-to? My go-to LA Girl Pro Concealer. And I'm going to cut my crease. And I'm using this Tarte Creaseless Concealer to cut my crease like I did in a previous video. Because of the wand that I'm using, it's easier for me to use the wand and this packaging to cut my crease rather than using a brush. I did the first eye off camera. So now I'm doing my second eye. And again, because I have hooded eyes, I have to go above my crease, or above that natural line that that sinks in our eye socket. So yeah, so I have to go above that, and I'm just cleaning it up as I go. So it's just an outline for me to know how far up I'm supposed to cut this crease. I'm going to fill the rest in. But there is a trick that you can do so that you know how high up that you can go. And as soon as I fill this in, I'll show you guys the trick. That's it there. You look up. So once you look up, and whatever spillage of concealer goes on your eye, you use it based on the highest point that the concealer stops. So that's how you would know how high up to go if you have hooded eyes. I probably will do another video using a brush rather than using this concealer, because everyone is not going to purchase this concealer from Tarte, although it's a really good one. I think it's kind of sticky and tacky though, and when you apply it, you'll have to use another brush too to just dampen it and smooth it in a little bit more. It's really tacky when you're applying it. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. I'm using that brush to just pat it in so it wouldn't be so wet when I apply my next color. Now I'm using the color Breaking Hearts. I don't know, I was going for I'm Single, but I ended up using I'm Single is a lavender color, but I ended up using Breaking Hearts on top of my concealer for my first, well, I would say first shade, my second shade of eyeshadow. And this brush was the wrong one, so I had to use a different brush, a flatter brush, so that I can get the fine lines of the crease. And again, I gotta use a better brush than this because this one was still a bit too fluffy. So we need a flatter brush to get like right up there. But it doesn't have to be perfect though, so. The color payoff on this Morphe palette is really good. I wouldn't suggest you use this palette without a concealer. I'm doing the next eye now. So let's just enjoy some music. Okay, so I'm using Morphe's F490 for my foundation shade. And I just love this foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations, by the way. And it will definitely be in my 2020 favorites. Okay, now I'm gonna I am patting the foundation into my skin using my Real Techniques foundation brush. Now I'm using my Juvia's Place concealer in the color 16 so I can start my highlight. And please take note of the places I'm highlighting: forehead, under my eyes, Cupid's bow, and my chin. This is just a Morphe video because I'm taking my Morphe spray. I'm going to spray my sponge and start pressing the concealer for my highlight. Alright, so I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Espresso, which is in no way the correct color for this contour. But I was being lazy, so I didn't want to get a darker shade, but it should be really dark, guys. I'm just contouring or carving on those areas that I want to contour. Alright, now so I'm using my Sacha Buttercups as the powder for my highlight to set my concealer. This step I was supposed to do at the beginning and I always forget. So using Morphe again, this is not a Morphe sponsored video, guys. I'm going to set my eyebrows with this eyebrow gel, just so our eyebrows can stay in place. That's it. I'm dusting a powder away. This is the Sacha Buttercups powder I'm dusting away using just this old brush that I don't want to throw away. It's like it's one of those toys that you know you need to and I actually replaced this brush and I still keep using it. All right, so I'm gonna use my my Smashbox contour kit using that dark shade there, so that I can set this contour that I tried to do, and also on my nose, the bridge of my nose, just so we can get a little slender effect. Using my go-to, this is my go-to pressed powder, and this is in the shade NW45 from MAC. I'm just going to put this all over my face. Now I'm using that same, I think it was, what shade was this? Oh my goodness, how can I forget the shade? This was the shade Smirk. I'm going to put Smirk under my eyelids. And, well, actually I used Breaking Hearts first on the outer corner of my eyes. And I used the Smirk for the inner corner. Alright, I'm going to use lashes now. And this pen I showed you guys, I saw this on TikTok, and the person I followed, she said that this liquid eyeliner, this pen eyeliner, was supposed to be an eyeliner and also able to stick your eyelashes down. But I'm going to find out in a minute that that's not true. Because when I tried to do it, it did not stick down. And I had to revert to my go-to, which is my hair glue. But I'm just applying it now on my eyelids. And this is where I attempted to secure the eyelashes on that. And for a minute I thought it was sticking, but then it didn't work. So I don't know if I took too long to apply it, but that is only good for an eyeliner. Okay, here's where I use my hair glue, and it latched on pretty quickly like it always do. That's why it's always good to just stick to what you know, and not what these persons advertise on these social media platforms, because they only want to get your money. I'm doing my other eye now. applying the other false eyelash on my other eye. Using my handy dandy grip. I'm going to apply that there as well. I was being lazy. I didn't put any, as you can see, of the liquid eyeliner on my other eye, and I had to do it after I was done with the look. But you guys didn't see that, right? Now I'm using my fan brush to apply Rihanna's Kilowatt, my favorite highlight, to highlight the areas that I highlighted. Cheeks, forehead, cupid's bow, nose, chin, you know, those basic areas. Now we have Rihanna's lip gloss. This is in the color chocolate, my favorite one that she has. Although I haven't tried all of them, but this is by far my favorite. And we're almost done with this look, guys. We're almost done. My sister's in the back cracking me up. She needs to get out of my room. Remember, guys, to keep striving, keep believing, believe in yourself, because I believe in you. And if you are still here on this planet, it means that God hasn't done what you yet. So keep focused, fulfill those dreams. I love you guys, and God bless you. Mwah.